Hello and welcome to my reaction video to Further Maths Paper 2. I'm going to attempt all of the questions. If I make as many mistakes as last time, I'm very sorry. I don't mean to scare you or anything. If you think that your answer is wrong because I did it wrong, sorry about that. I have actually looked at this paper already. I glanced at it, I've kind of flicked through, so it's not a real reaction. But can I just say something? How easy was the last question? Like, this really stood out to me. Complete the square. That's your last question? Your last question is complete the square for 5 marks? What are they doing? I mean, I know it's not a nice complete the square, but still. It's pretty standard, you know? Okay, let's have a look. Nth term of the sequence is 3 minus 5n over 2. Work out the difference between the 20th and the 8th. Okay, so the 20th is when n is 20. So that's 3 take away 100, which is minus 97 over 2. I'll just leave it as a fraction. And then the 8th term, 3 take away 5 times 8 over 2, so 3 take away 40 is minus 37 over 2, and then I just do, right, the difference. Which one's bigger? That one's bigger. Big one, take away small one, minus 37 plus 97, 60 over 2, so that's 30. Was there an easier way to do that? Yes, there was. Between the 20th and the 8th is, well, between the 8th and the 20th is 12 terms. This is going down by 2.5 each time. You can tell because the thing with the n is 5 over 2, 2.5. If it's going down 2.5 each time and it's going down 12 times, it's going down 30. Because 2.5 times 12 is 30. So that makes sense. Was that easier? I don't know. Next one. Nth term of another sequence is that. Write down the limiting value of the sequence as n tends to infinity. Okay, so if n was infinity, we got 3 times infinity over 1 minus 2 times infinity. Okay. This 1 here, when we're talking about infinities and stuff, that 1 is just negligible. It's so small at this point that who really cares? So just ignore it. So we've got 3 lots of infinity over minus 2 lots of infinity. So that's basically minus 3 over 2, minus 1.5. Or what you could have done, I know there's no point telling you this now, but what you could have done is put in a million. So 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a million divided by 1 minus 2 times a million, and your answer is like pretty much minus 1.5. If I put an even bigger number in, it would be even closer. So that's your clue. But hey, if you didn't get it, it's 1 mark, who cares? Matrices. Work out a squared. 4 minus 1, 3 minus 2. 4 minus 1, 3 minus 2. 4 times 4 is 16. Minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4. Minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 2 is 6. Minus 1 plus 4. So it's 13 minus 2, 14, no it's not, 8, 3. Okay, and then KB equals that. Look at the value of k. So 5k equals 11 minus 3k. So 8k is 11. So k is 11 over 8. You could check it with the second equation as well, but it should give you the same answer. And it does, yeah. give a reason why it's not possible to work out BA. What's BA? BA. Yeah, you can't do that because when you can do a matrix times a vector like that, but you can't do a vector times a matrix like that. Because the number of rows here has to match the number of columns here. I said that the wrong way around. Sorry, the number of columns here has to match the number of rows here. Whereas this does not match with that, so you wouldn't be able to do it. So, however you want to say that. P, Q and R are all integers greater than 1. PQR is 1365. Let's do the prime decomposition of that. I know obviously it's going to have 5 in it, so I press... Where has it gone? Yeah, so on your calculator you can type it in and then press fact. Okay, so we could have, for example, 3 times 35 times 13. Or you could have 15 times 7 times 13. Or you could have 21 times 3 times 13. Or you could have etc. There's loads of different things. A and B are both square numbers greater than 1. AB minus 11B is also a square number. By factorizing, okay. Work out one possible pair of values for A and B. You must show you're working. Oh, I want to just guess it. Aren't I allowed to guess it? I want to use a shoe bomb method. Okay, no, come on, let's do it properly. If this is square, then it could be, if this is square, it could be that B equals A minus 11. Because if it that way, it would be like something times itself, right? Are there square numbers that are different by 11? No, that doesn't exist. Because all of the square numbers, if you think about it, that's plus 3, that's plus 5, that's plus 7. It goes up in odd numbers. Oh wait, so there will be one. Plus 9, plus 11. Yeah, 25 and 36. Oh, but I just kind of guessed it. I'm not allowed to guess it, right? You must show you're working. I think, you know what, that's good. I think that's good enough what I've written. Because I think this is the important bit, that you recognise that if this is square, then it makes sense for that to equal that. Yeah, so I think that's fine. One possible pair of values. So there are other possible values, but you're not going to get it from this. Because, of course, B doesn't have to equal A minus 11. Because, you know, it could be that B contains factors that match with A minus 11 and they pair up to make a square number, so it doesn't have to be. Okay, solve that. Alright, so I'm going to times both sides by cube root of x. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And then I'm going to cube both sides. I don't know what that is, but yeah. I've got my calculator right here, I could work it out, but I can't be bothered. Alright, this looks very familiar. I swear this was on the last paper. But this time, it doesn't say we need to use an algebraic method, so that makes me happy. I feel like they listened to me. I feel like they watched my video and they're like, oh, you know what, she's right. We shouldn't dictate methods. Let's quickly change the second paper. They clearly did that. So that height there is 4, and that length there, we don't know. That length there, we don't know. But that height there is 2. Which is obvious because it's the midpoint. Okay. So from there to there is 2a. And from there to there, so let's make it clear. And from there to there is 4 take away a. So 2 4a times 2 makes 4 minus a. So 4a is 4 minus a, so 5a is 4, so a is 4/5. Okay, now vertex V, C is the centre of the base, slant height is 20, angle between VA and VC is 38. Cut the radius of the base. Okay, A, H, O, we're going to use cos. Cos 38 is A over H, so A is 20 times cos 38. And you can work that out. That's pretty easy. This doesn't look easy. The equation of the line through BP and A is that. Let me just... Sorry, it just bugs me when things are written in this order. That's better. Okay. Work out the area. Okay, so already I know that that's going to be 8. And what's that going to be? Let's see. When y is 0, x is going to be 10. Okay. I need to know the coordinates of P. What do I know about this? 2/3. Okay. No, not 2/3. 2 to 3. So this whole triangle goes across 10. So if I just want 2 parts out of 5, 2/5 of that, that's going to make that 4. And then this whole thing is 8. So you know what, I don't even need to know that, because now I know that the base is 8, the height is 4, so it's half times 4 times 8, which is 16. Okay, the perimeter of a triangular flower bed. Look at them trying to be all 9-to-1 or Churchill style by making things into flower beds. There's really no need to mention it's a flower bed. Like, why not just say the perimeter of the triangle? Actually, I kind of see the point, because it's saying it's made out of 27 metres of... No, still, there's no need. So that's 12. Yeah, because the total perimeter is 27, so that's 12. So angle, we're going to have to use cosine rule. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos... we don't know. Cos theta. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. Okay, then we can just work that out. So 144 minus 49 minus 64 divided by minus 112 equals cos theta. And then we can inverse cos it. And I will work it out for you, because I know you probably remember your final answer, but you don't remember your working out. Shift cos, I get 106 point, does it say how many? Let's just say 106 degrees. Question 9. 5x is between minus 11 and 5, and that, okay, let me solve this one. So if I take away 4x from both sides, and then take away 7 from both sides, and divide by 2, okay, so x is less than 1.5, and then this one, let's solve this by dividing everything by 5. That's 11 over 5. It's like 2.2. Yeah, minus 2.2. So this is actually, x is bigger than minus 2.2, but it's smaller. So this is stricter than this. So actually I can just say x is between minus 2.2 and minus 1.5. So the only number it could be is minus 1. So that's the only... or minus 2. Minus 1 is not less than minus 1.5. It's minus 2. Sorry. I was, yeah. It's hot, okay. I'm white. I don't cope well with heat. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB equals AC. Okay, let's mark that on. Area is that, okay. Let's call that A, and let's call that A as well, because they're equal. Area is half AB sine C, but in this case those two are the same. So I'll just leave them as being A squared like that. And that equals 57.76. So if I double both sides, and then divide by sine 150, and then just square root that. Don't need to do plus and minus because it's talking about a length, so it can't be negative. So that. Function is defined as, alright, so between minus 2 and 0, it's 3 minus 2x. 3 minus 2x. Y-intercept is 3. And it goes down across 1 and down 2. But I'm going backwards, so it should look something like that. Where's my ruler? Ah. Let me check that's right. Minus 2, that's 4, yeah, that's right. And then between 0 and 4, it's this quadratic. Okay, let me just put some values in. So if x was 0, well, we're going to end up with 3, aren't we? If x was 1, we get 2 times 2, which is 4. If x was 2, we get 3 times 1, which is 3. And if x was 3, we'd get 0. Something like that, maybe. And then between 4 and 5, it's 5x minus 25. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20, that's minus 5. And then 5 times 5 is 25, that's 0. Oh, and when it's 3, we get minus 10. What? Why am I doing 3? There's no need to do 3. I should have done 4 for this one, though. 1 plus 4 is 5 times... Oh, wait, it says to not include 4. Okay, I won't include 4. I'm just kind of... This has got a gap. So I'm a bit confused now. Do I join it up? If x was 4, I'd get 5 times minus 1, which is minus 5, so it would end up being the same. So yeah, I should join it up. There we go. That looks rubbish, but I'll probably still get the mark. Well, I won't, because I'm not doing this exam. And I didn't do this exam when I was your age because it didn't exist. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's a fun exam, I think. Although when I was your age, I was nowhere near as good at maths as you guys are. Seriously, nowhere near. Like, my GCSE that I did was so much easier than yours. I didn't know any of this stuff. But I caught up very quickly in my A-levels, because I'm doing... The A-level I did is just as difficult as the one that you're going to do, so... State the range of f of x. Okay, so that's from 7 to minus 5. And completely different question. Factorise fully. Difference of two squares, except that's not a square number. Okay, take the 3 out first. And now it's difference of two squares. Simplify that fully. I thought they were the same thing at first. This is also difference of two squares. That plus that, and then that minus that. At least this time they didn't say don't expand the brackets. You know what? These guys definitely watched my video. Definitely. Because yeah, you could work this out by expanding the brackets and then refactorizing. But it is faster to just do it this way. Just 12. It is faster to do it that way. But if you expanded the brackets, that's fine. It doesn't tell you not to because they listened to my video and they realised that I'm right. Simplify fully. Okay, let's see. Let's do a KFC here. I may as well also put that. Okay, let's see. Does anything cancel here? I can cancel the 8 to make a 2 with that 4. I can cancel a squared with 2 of those, so I've got one left. I could cancel... Well, let's regroup. Okay, so that makes 35... No. I've still got 2 A's left, haven't I? Let's just shove it on the beginning, even though that looks stupid. I've got that, and then here on the bottom I've got just 3A plus 6. Okay, I've noticed that this has got a common factor, so let me take that outside. That's 5, so that's 150. And this has got a common factor, which is 3. Okay, and then I can cancel those two. 150 divided by 9 doesn't go, but it almost goes, doesn't it? I can divide it by 3. Yeah, so that'll be the final answer. Okay, y equals x plus b is perpendicular to that. Let me rearrange that. (74 divided by 4? 35, 37, 37 over 2. Let's call it. Okay. So it's perpendicular to that. Therefore the gradient is... Wait, which one's which? That's that one. So that's going to be y equals 4x plus something, because it's perpendicular. Okay. And they intersect when x equals 2. Okay, let's just call that plus c. So if they intersect, then they equal each other. So that equals that when x equals 2. So if I put 2 into there, I can solve that to work out what C is. So that's minus a half plus 37/2 minus 8. So C is 10. So 4 and 10. C is actually B. Yeah, it's what they've called B. But that was a weird question. Never seen one like that before. Rearrange that to make y the subject. Okay. Wy equals 8x minus y. Add y to both sides. Factorize the y out. And then divide by the other stuff. Like that. Right, I better stop here and go on to part 2. So I'll see you in a bit for part 2. Bye.